Hi, going to the Western Show. So today I am going to be reviewing episode 1, The Phantom Menace. I am also reviewing all the other movies, and now we get into the Clone Wars TV series. Got season 1, I'm gonna like through the season 6. And then of course the Rebels as well after that. But episode 1, really pretty damn good. I mean, it felt, it starts off first with um, the Trade Federation has um, done a blockade of the moon, and they have all, and of course, the Jedi and that are gonna come in and um, try and negotiate with the Trade Federation to remove the blockade. Then we see, um, of course, there was a new guy of the Trade Federation. He's the viceroy, so he is in league with Darth Sidious, and we see that when he finds out that the ambassadors, or that the Jedi are the ambassadors for the Supreme Chancellor sent to negotiate, he contacts Lord Sidious to get like to find what he wants him to do, and then of course we see that she says for to kill them, so they do, and he also wants them, and he also tells Russell to start to land his troops. So it's a pretty good start to part one, and then of course we see they try to poison Qui-Gon and everywhere with um Dioxis, which doesn't end up working. And then of course we see that everywhere Qui-Gon escaped down to the planet where they end up meeting Jar Jar Binks. And of course, then Jar Jar takes them to younger cities to meet, the big boss knives, which then Qui-Gon manages to convince him to, give, give him and everyone a transport to go to the moon before the Trade Federation, inva- invades will invade the gets to Naboo, and then of course we see um, the tanks rolling in to Dave's City, and of course then they capture the Queen, or technically they surrender because they don't have an army to go up against the droid army. So, but what's interesting is that Qui-Gon uses his Jedi mind trick on the big boss Naz, and it, and of course color guns are way bonded. It works, and he actually plays Jar Jar as well. So so Qui-Gon and all quite a lot everyone enjoyed that. They all up going to DC. They rescue the Queen. But before I do that, Viceroy is a king in the morning. He everybody has got this whole thing of saying, of course, his children, that they'll have to, that the Senate will have to accept their control of the planet. Party wants the treaty signed. Now, the treaty means that basically it ties the hands of the jury, it ties the hands of the Senate, and it ties the hands of everyone. Which means it actually legitimizes the fact that the Trade Federation is now the owners of the route that can go into a Trade Federation. That's what the treaty basically means. So, of course, I want that signed so I can, use the room. Because the room is, of course, a key central system in the Republic. So, of course, if it cut that off, well, then it kind of stuffs up the Republic. But, of course, everyone and Qui-Gon have got other ideas, and of course, the rest of the Queen, I decided to get off world. Now, I go to a hangout where the cruiser is, and then they've got the Trade Federation with battle droids have got the pilots, where they're all together and they're all like kind of being detained, and then everyone goes and deals with them. So basically, they say that they're gonna escape and it's all big kind of big of a battle in a hangar and yeah, everyone trains all the pilots. And then they escape and on the ship, but not before they get to the blockade. And I can't really get, I try and get past the blockade, but the ship gets hit. And of course, they hit the shield generator, so which means basically the astronic droids go out there and to fix the shield generator. And of course, R2D2 is the only one that's standing, that's still standing after that, and he fixes the um the ship, the shields may take off, but their hyperdrive is leaking, so they decide that they're gonna go to Tatooine to, because one, it's controlled by the Hutts. Second one is that the Hutts aren't looking for, and yeah, the Trade Federation has got no point the presence there, and it's out in the air and it's out of him. So I quite like how that first film went, the fact that, they got there, they escaped, and yeah, it's pretty good. So it's pretty good so far. Haven't gotten to the bits that I've got problems with just a bit coming up. So then of course they run into Anakin when I get to Tatooine after everybody tells Qui-Gon that the hyperdrive is stuffed money and they need a new one. So Qui-Gon heads out with Padme and Yoda and R2, and they go into a junkyard dealer where they meet Watto and Anakin. And to replace the hyperdrive. So he's watching the wires software off, you know, Qui-Gon tells him what he's looking for, and then wires are that they have a parts. So he calls Anakin to watch the shop while he goes and does business with Qui-Gon. Of course, Qui-Gon says to Yoda, you know, don't touch anything, and Yoda makes that funny noise and sticks his tongue out and makes that funny noise behind it as Qui-Gon walks away. Anakin looks at Padme. I think this is where Anakin kind of falls for Padme, because he asks her, you know, are you an angel? And Padme goes, what? A deep space angel. I hear all the deep space pilots talking about them. And he told her how the pilot and he wants to fly away from Tatooine. And he also reveals to her that he is a slave and that he used to actually be owned by Ghidorah the Hutt. And this is but she lost him to Watto on the pod racing. And then we go back out to the back of the junkyard where Walla's saying, you know, there's a T-14 hyperdrive. I want to have one. And then Wallace said that how are you gonna pay for it? Qui-Gon said that he's got 20,000 Republic credits. Wallace said that Republic credits don't work out there and there's something more real. Qui-Gon tries to actually use the Jedi mind trick to try and persuade Watto to just agree to it so he can get the stuff and go. Unfortunately to him, Watto is a Tridarian. A Tridarian is basically a species that is immune to any Jedi mind tricks. So he kind of gets a bit rail loaded with that one. So he contacts Obi-Wan to see if there's anything on the ship that they can buy with to get the parts. Obi-Wan says, no, not in the amounts that you're talking about. And Qui-Gon says, well, I'm sure another opportunity will present itself. Which it does in the form of Anakin. As Anakin rescues Yoda from getting hurt by a Suburba after Yoda decided hungry and wants to take some chicken frog leg creature off the back of the storekeeper gets up him and ends up spitting out right in this Suburba's food, drink, slop, whatever the hell you want to call it, slop. And of course Yoda tries to act all innocent and just walk away like nothing ever happened, and of course that don't work. But lucky for Yoda, Anakin comes to the rescue and says that Jar Jar had been off-world and he doesn't want to see Sabuma hurt before the next pod race. And of course, Sabuma said, if he wasn't a slave, he would crush him like a bug. And, yeah, he gets, and Sabuma takes off and Qui-Gon come over and they say Anakin for his help, and Jar Jar said, I was doing nothing. It's like, yeah, you can't keep loads of religion, Jar Jar. And of course, the stand song, and Anakin takes Qui-Gon and Padme and Jar Jar on R2 back to his house where he introduced for the time Spain. Spain's pretty good. I like how we get introduced to Spain because, she's like a stay-at-home mom. She doesn't actually, work. Like Anakin does. We're making quite interesting as what Spain actually does at home. Like, sure, Anakin goes and works in shop, but I felt like that a lot I could see that Spain was just like a stay-at-home mum. And of course they get into the whole conversation of how Anakin sees Qui-Gon's lightsaber and says he's a Jedi. Qui-Gon tries to deceive and say, both I killed a Jedi and took it from him. And Anakin goes, no one can kill a Jedi. And Qui-Gon goes, I wish that was so. But I think that I guess pretty good at how Qui-Gon automatically kind of takes on this like father role figure for Anakin. But you can also see that you can't fool Anakin because Anakin's just too smart. He's very quick to figure things out. And I think that's kind of where Qui-Gon starts to suggest that Anakin's got is strong with the Force. And then Anakin tells him what they're really doing, and Anakin says that he can help. That he can just fix anything, which he actually can. And I'm sure he came when we first got apart, so they were talking about, if I know he was referring to the Republic, Smith said no, so we get the pod-racing idea where Anakin is going to do the pod race to help Qui-Gon and Padme acquire parts to fix the ship so they can get offline and continue on the Coruscant. What says, how can you do it? And everyone says, Qui-Gon says they acquired a pod racer, which is really Anakin's pod racer, but he just doesn't want Watto to find out because, Watto will probably beat him or take possession of it, or whatever says decide to hide it from one, but give it to Qui-Gon. And Qui-Gon just said they acquired it in a game of chance, which what I believe. But he said, I hope you didn't kill anyone on Earth for it. And they said, they'll split winnings, and then they have a deal, and then, while Anakin is working on his pod racer, he gets a bit of a small cut, and Qui-Gon the night before the race, cleans a cut, and he also takes a midi-chlorian count, and will take a sample of his blood, and he just says that he's checking his blood for infections, and really actually gonna send it to everyone to get a midi-chlorian count. And it's discovered that Anakin's midi-chlorian count is over 20,000, which is the highest on record, because not even Master Yoda, who is one of the oldest Jedi to living Jedi at the time, his midi-chlorian count isn't even as high. It isn't even up to where Anakin's midi-chlorian count is, and everyone asks Qui-Gon what that means. And of course, Qui-Gon said they weren't sure. And then we get to the pod race, the day of the pod race, but before Darth Maul turns up during the night to have a look to try and find a ship, and he sends out probe droids to scout for him. And of course, the probe droids come into the little town on Tatooine and end up finding that Qui-Gon is there. That happens after the race, so I'll get back to that in a minute. So the play starts, and before it does, Qui-Gon makes a bet with Watto that if Anakin wins, he wagers his point against Anakin and Smee, and Watto said no, saying no play is worth 2 slaves, not by a long shot. So he says the boy that Watto takes out a chance to try and see, because he just wants to keep Anakin, and don't really particularly care about Smee. The boy, he just wants to keep Anakin, because Anakin's like young and has got a lot more years of hard labor and hard working. But Qui-Gon ends up using the Force to make sure that he gets Anakin, and Watto doesn't like it, so you go, you might want this more trust that way, so you won't win the race, so it may feel different and carry on like a complete idiot, and also be like a child. But that's what I'm doing for you. He's a lot different to the ones in the Clone Wars. He's a lot different to what we see in the Clone Wars TV series. They're a lot more nicer. I Watto before, just like a little bit of a bad egg, to tell you the truth. So then we see, and then of course the race starts, and Sabula actually, we see that Sabula is a bit of a cheater, because he breaks, I think it's like a little stabilizer part on Anakin's, one of Anakin's engines, and he kind of snaps it, so it's will come off during the race, and cause an issue, because Solo was a bit of a cheater. He did say he's a cheat. He Solo can't win a race, even or even fit, it just can't. And I see that during the race, where like, you're just tossing random stuff back, so it can like, end up in like, other people's engines and blow it up. But then again, it's pod racing. There are really no rules in pod racing. That's what makes it so dangerous. But the thing is that Anakin ends up beating and winning the race, winning the pod race. Now this is why I do have one. This is why this is one of the only problems that I've got with this video, is that the pod race seems a bit too long. So we need to see how Anakin wins and him being a survivor and all that sort of stuff. Sure, I get that, but I just think that whole pod racing thing is a bit too long. I would have just liked to do it a bit more shorter. Yeah, I wish I could have had a bit more shorter scenes for the pod race. But yeah, the fact that Anakin wins, he wins his freedom, and they all, of course, the Sid Watto, they're like, no, he can't win, he can't beat Sabora, and so they're all complaining and whinging and whining, and I just thought that was all played because he was that good. You go back to the start where he was so confident, Sabora winning, and Sabora gets his butt handed to him. I found it quite funny. And then, of course, then you get, then, as what I've also been a bad sport because after Qui-Gon goes to see Water to collect all the stuff, Water says he can't have the boy because it wasn't a fair bit, and then Qui-Gon said, well, do I go to the Hutt? And of course, as soon as Qui-Gon says the Hutts, Water back to, so they just take him. But what you can see in the back there is Darth Maul's probe droid. So the probe droid actually sees Qui-Gon and then go back to Maul. So after Qui-Gon frees Anakin and tell Anakin that he's free, but unfortunately Smee isn't, and Anakin kind of hesitates because he don't really want to leave his mum, because in his mind he goes beside Smee, but what he don't realise is that attachment is forbidden from the Jedi. So even if Smee did go, she would have to relocate to somewhere on Coruscant, and I think the Jedi would probably frown upon Anakin even having any interaction with his mum. But then again, with Anakin, the fact that his mum's alive and probably wouldn't have died in Attack of the Clones, it might have made it even more harder for Palpatine to manipulate him into the Dark Side, because if his mum is still alive, then probably wouldn't have fallen to the Dark Side then. But of course, while they're running to the ship, Maul comes in on his speeder bike. And him and Qui-Gon duel. And of course they escape, and then they go to the the first time that Maul and Qui-Gon duel, it's not as intense, but it's still a pretty good battle. And of course they like get the kick up all the dust and sand around and all that, and then of course Qui-Gon jumps on the ship and they take off, and they also, what was it, and Obi-Wan and Obi-Wan and Anakin rushed in and asked him, who Maul was and what he was and all that, and Qui-Gon just said, oh no, he just said, my guess is it was after the Queen, and Anakin says, what are they going to do about it? And Qui-Gon just says, be patient, and Anakin gets introduced to Obi-Wan. And then we end up going to Coruscant, where we get introduced to Master C, Senator Palpatine, and Chancellor Vaughn. And then Qui-Gon tells Chancellor Vaughn he has to speak to the Jedi Council because the situation on Naboo has gotten a lot more complicated lately, more. And of course, Qui-Gon goes and tells the council that they think that Maul was a Sith Lord. And of course, the Jedi said that the Sith are very extinct from Maria, and Leia says they don't believe that the Sith could return without the value, which the Sith were never extinct. They were never actually fully extinct. I'm gonna do another video on why the Jedi thought that the Sith were extinct. But I am gonna cover it in a video, in a later video. But of course, they said they're gonna put all the resources in to discover who the mystery attacker was, who Maul is. And then we go to where Palpatine is talking to the Queen about the Senate, and how he is trying to convince Santa for the Queen to try and call for on their votes in Chancellor Vaughn, because Palpatine wants to be Chancellor, doesn't he? And we all know what that is. And of course, how the Queen's hesitant to do it, as her argument is that he was the biggest supporter, but Palpatine countered and said no, but the Chancellor had been my baseless accusations of corruption, and the bureaucrats are in charge, and he's more just like the face of the Republic, is not really in control. He's like big, like the bureaucrats, like the puppet masters of the Chancellor. And then of course we get to where Anakin is being Qui-Gon requested that Anakin be tested to be a Jedi. And those council agrees, so we see Anakin before the council being tested. And because when they sent figure, and still his attachment to his mum, and he misses his mum, and when asked about being afraid to lose his mum, acting off, like, what's that got to do with everything? Anything, that gives you a bit of a lecture how it all leads to the dark side and feelings that you're feeling, which ultimately makes him not want him to be trained as a Jedi because of just him being too old and um, the fact that, he can easily go down a path of the dark side, which of course he ends up doing so. Well, it's only because Padme. But back to the Queen and Senator Palpatine in the Senate chamber. When we see Palpatine address the Chancellor and the rest of the Senate, you will see a hooded figure sitting with the in the in a little podium. I'm gonna call it a floating podium. And that's actually Darth Vader's sitting there. Or or as we call himself, Hugo the Mask. And that's actually Palpatine's master. That's actually the Dark Lord of the Sith. And I'm gonna cover him in a later video as well, because there's a whole book on Darth Vader actually set during this time in episode 1, and what Palpatine and Plagueis are doing behind the scenes of what. So I'm gonna cover that in a later video as well. I could got a couple of videos now I could go just going through over the coming weeks. And of course the Trade Federation comes in and I have a bit of a debate, and then when Chancellor gets pulled aside by Speaker of the Chamber House, and he convinces the Lord not to act until there's a commission said. It turns out that that's because the Speaker is on the payroll of the Trade Federation, so there's still corruption in the Senate, which is what Palpatine said it was. So, obviously, Palpatine's orchestrated this as well. So, of course, the Queen called for another vote of confidence in the Chancellor, and then she decides that she's going to go back to Naboo. Then, after Qui-Gon has told her Anakin won't be training, Qui-Gon's going to fly the council and train Anakin anyway. And of course Obi-Wan has got a bit of a hang on man, I'm your Padawan. Why are you saying that? But of course but that's fully because it's so sudden and so out of the blue. But then Qui-Gon says that Obi-Wan is ready for the trials and that sort of stuff, but Obi-Wan was speaking out against Anakin being a Jedi. The character wouldn't do it from the start because he'd been too old, and I think he was a bit worried that, Qui-Gon's he's got to cast him aside because of Anakin, and it probably would have, but Obi-Wan said, the boy is dangerous, and that he can sense it, the council can sense it. And he was kind of questioning Qui-Gon's um, judgment of the whole situation. And Qui-Gon just shuts him down and just tells him to get back on board, and yeah. And of course, they escort the Queen back to Naboo, and on the way there, the Queen's idea is to get Yoda Rex to help her get the Gungans on side to go up against the Trade Federation, which they end up doing so. But we also get told that Padme is actually the Queen of Naboo, and that the Queen is a decoy, like a bodyguard, and Padme convinces the Gungans to fight alongside them, and then they come up with a plan to capture Voice for Gunley by also going, and they also got a way to take a blockade, which is to get their pilots up in the air and knock out the droid control, the whole control ship. That's all being required, and the Gungans are gonna draw out the droid armies while they infiltrate the Sea of Feed and go and capture the Viceroy and just put it right down there. However, what I don't know is that Maul is actually gets sent to Naboo while Palpatine by Sidious Palpatine's head, but they're still the same person. And yeah, so he gets sent there. He confronts Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon in the Duel of Fate scene after they get the pilots to the ships, and the pilots up trying to take out the droid, trying to take out the control ship. Now, I don't mind Darth Maul as a Sith Lord. I quite like him. I actually like his unique design of a lightsaber. Because actually the only double-bladed lightsaber made excellent size. Something wrong with this. It's the only double-bladed lightsaber in the movies. I'm not including the Clone Wars, but like in the movies, he's the only one with a double-bladed lightsaber. And his lightsaber is actually powered by 4 kyber crystals. So it takes 4 of his crystals, 4 kyber crystals for him to power his lightsaber. And Maul is actually trained in all forms of lightsaber combat, including the 7th form, which is regarded as the most deadliest form. And I like the dual fates and the whole thing, but I personally think that, like, say if one of the killer from was like Mace Windu, he's developed his own version of the 7th form of lightsaber combat, and I actually think that Mace would have been probably a bit more of a combatant for Maul, because when they get on Qui-Gon over a hell of a ground quite well. Qui-Gon being a little bit older towards his early late 40s, early 50s, I think his reflexes that were a bit slower, and he didn't really have a lot of power behind his lightsaber movements, whereas compared to Obi-Wan being very young, being very quick, agile with Ataru, which is what Qui-Gon was, which was Qui-Gon's lightsaber form was Ataru, and Obi-Wan followed on for that, but we don't really see Qui-Gon using Ataru all that much compared to Obi-Wan. Again, I would put that down to Qui-Gon's age. But then again, you can't argue will look at Master Yoda in Attack of the Clones. Well, my argument for that is Yoda is Yoda. He's small, he's green, he's very powerful with the Force, and he has mastered all forms of lightsaber combat. So, I think you really cannot compare Qui-Gon to Master Yoda in that respect. Sorry guys, but you just can't. So I like how we're doing fighting, but what I also like is how all four of the battles will get the whole thing with Anakin going up with the pirates by mistake, of course, to take out a droid ship. You've got Gungans fighting the droid army. You've got Maul and Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, and then you've got Padme and the Naboo security employees going to get cut up for gun voice for a gun. Everything happens in sequence with the duel between Maul, Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. So when Qui-Gon and Maul are joined and they get caught in that I forget what you call it. I don't even mention what it's even called anyway. But when you get caught in that spot with those red things, like ray shields, everything else, Anakin gets hit and he goes actually inside the hangar bay and gets stuck. The Gungans get overrun and their shield gets destroyed. You got Padme and those guys, they get surrounded by droids and droids. And then it goes straight back, and then it goes back to the duel of fates with Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon and Maul. And then of course, after Qui-Gon and Maul starts to have their duel again, everything else proceeds from that. The Gungans, Anakin, and of course, Qui-Gon dies in this one. He gets, stabbed by Maul. like, because the way Maul is, he hits, he stuns quite a lot with all that good hits me to the boot. Because quite a lot of time stun Maul just straight to the abdomen and kills him. And then of course you get, Obi-Wan screams out no, and then goes the and then everything after that just falls into play. The fact that, Galloway gets captured because he thinks Padme is a decoy, when actually the decoy comes to the rescue of Padme, and then he goes, "I won't be held. What is the point? That's the decoy." I just said, "Oh my gosh!" Off the way after the decoy, and now I'm screwed. And of course, I think it blows up the ship, the droid control ship, and of course all the droids down on the surface, power down and stop working, and then the droids, then we're going into just knock out the droids and whatever. But back to the whole Obi-Wan and Maul duel. They're like Qui-Gon's, well, dead, sort of. It's very fast, it's very quick, and it's very, very cool. I just like how Obi-Wan, I think Obi-Wan is using a bit of rage. Like, he's got a bit of anger, but he's trying to remain calm. But he also, is very angry because his master, his mentor, is just being killed right before him. You got the guy standing there, and Maul's kind of just going, "Yeah, I killed him. And I'll kill you too. What are you gonna do about it?" And then, as soon as, that shield, deactivates, Maul, Obi-Wan just gives Maul the biggest hot, like, it just comes straight out of the gate, and he just hits Maul with all he's got, and Maul immediately gets put on the back foot, and you get his lightsaber cut in half, and he gets kicked over, and Obi-Wan jumps over him and tries to chop him, and Maul blocks him and gets back up, and then of course it's back to the whole thing. But I think Maul actually copies Ataru. Maul actually copies Obi-Wan's lightsaber form. He copies it. He does just the way the moves that he makes are exactly the same of what Obi-Wan does, and yeah, but of course Obi-Wan gets a bit overzealous and ends up getting forced down the pit where he hangs on, and of course Maul kicks his lightsaber over the edge and into the abyss. But Maul overestimates himself. Because he forgets that Qui-Gon's lightsaber that's sitting there near him. And he's just there taunting Obi-Wan while Obi-Wan's just hanging on. But Obi-Wan just looks at her and says Qui-Gon's lightsaber, and just musters up the rest of the point, just musters up the rest of his force energy, and just leaps over the top of the wall, claws Qui-Gon's lightsaber just chops him in half. And that only happened because Maul let his guard down, and because Maul was saving the victory, he's killed one Jedi. He's got one hand on for dear life, and he just doesn't think he can lose. Well, he does. But that's Maul's weakness. Maul's weakness there was he just thought that the battle was over. He won. He didn't take into consideration if he had looked over and saw Qui-Gon's lightsaber, he would be able to just kick right down into the abyss, and everyone would have been screwed. So he could have jumped over more and used the force, and then force pushed him over and have the roles reversed. But then everyone would have a lightsaber. Bull probably wouldn't have a lightsaber. Unless Maul's other half was just over in the corner, and then, I could call that just chopped off Maul's hands and see you later. But again, it could have happened, but it didn't happen that way, because Maul was so focused in that moment, he didn't see the lightsaber, and that's just how he lost. Because he underestimated everyone, which is what Sidious actually told him not to do. But Sidious did something he would be literally no match for him. Well, sorry Sidious, you're wrong. But yeah, and of course, Palpatine becoming Chancellor, and then of course everyone gets knighted, and basically just, gets Anakin as the apprentice, and then there's peace between the Gungans and the Naboo people. And Padme is the one who does it, and then but at Qui-Gon's funeral, Jar Binks talk about who the Sith Lord was, whether he was the master or the apprentice. And I like how when we asked to know which one was killed, the master or the apprentice, and it goes to the camera goes straight to Palpatine. It's just like, oh yeah, he is the master, alright. He is the master, right? And it's not really clear what he's actually thinking about, but I think that will be put into more detail in playlist, which is what I'll cover in another video, probably in another week or two. Speaking of videos, so episode 1 done. Now, here's something cool about the videos. Coming up probably next week or the week after, I'm doing an unboxing of Darth Maul's lightsaber. So Darth Maul's lightsaber, I've got it coming. It's actually shipped. I'm just waiting for it to come to get delivered. Obviously with the whole COVID-19 thing, my post, the Australia post over here in Australia is getting a bit behind with the packaging, that it takes them a little bit longer. but considering it's come from Tamworth, which is just a couple hours down the road, I dare say it's going to be here this week some point. Also doing an unboxing video this Friday coming. So yeah, so stay tuned for that. And also I've got a couple other lightsabers cards, got Darth Vader, Obi-Wan, coming this month, but so we're unboxing them. And then in July it'll be Aside Adventures and Kit Fisto. Both places are coming this month, of course, without again COVID-19, can't get them into the country until next month. It sucks, I know. But yeah, but I'll be reviewing the rest of the movies as well. So what's more for you guys to stay tuned for? If you're interested in my lightsaber unboxings and the reviews, subscribe and click the bell, that little bell icon, and you'll be notified when I put those reviews up. You'll be one of the first people to know about it. So click subscribe, click the bell, and yeah, you can come on the amazing journey of unboxing Darth Maul's lightsaber, and also all the other lightsabers that I'll be getting this year over the coming weeks as well. So that's it for now, guys. I hope you like this review. I know it's an old movie, but it's always good to go back and look at the old Star Wars movies and review them. So until our next video, I am out, and may the Force be with you. Stay safe and have a good week.